Hello and welcome to this video lesson. In today's lesson we're going to be learning about lines and angles. There are many different types of straight lines, so let's take a look at some of them. Yellow ones, blue ones, red ones, tall ones, short ones, red ones, blue ones, diagonal ones. Okay, there's a lot of lines. Let's break them up into different groups. This is a horizontal line. It is travelling from the left-hand side of the screen to the right-hand side of the screen. It is parallel with the top of the screen. It is also parallel with the bottom of the screen. Parallel means that it is travelling along beside the top of the screen and the bottom of the screen. It is not parallel with the right-hand side of the screen, and it is not parallel with the left-hand side of the screen. This is also a horizontal line. This one is travelling from the right-hand side of the screen to the left-hand side of the screen. It is parallel with the bottom of the screen, and it is parallel with the top of the screen. It is not parallel with the right-hand side of the screen, and it is not parallel with the left-hand side of the screen. It is parallel with the other horizontal line, because parallel means that they are both travelling beside each other. This is a vertical line. It is travelling from the top of the screen down to the bottom of the screen. It is parallel with the left-hand side of the screen and the right-hand side of the screen. It is not parallel with the top of the screen or the bottom of the screen. It is definitely running in the same direction along beside the side of the screen, on the left and on the right. Remember that parallel means that it is travelling along beside something in the same direction. It is not getting any closer to the side or any further away from the side. This is also a vertical line. It is travelling from the bottom of the screen to the top of the screen. It is not getting any closer to the right-hand side of the screen, and it is not getting any further away from the right-hand side of the screen. These two lines are vertical lines, and this line are parallel. These three lines are diagonal lines. They are neither vertical nor are they horizontal. They are not parallel with the bottom of the screen or the top of the screen, and they are not parallel with the left-hand side of the screen or the right-hand side of the screen. The red line is travelling from the bottom left-hand corner diagonally to the top right-hand corner. So this line is not vertical with the sides, it's not parallel with the sides, and it's not parallel with the top and the bottom. This green line is travelling from the bottom of the screen to the right-hand side of the screen. It is travelling diagonally. It is not parallel with the vertical sides, and it is not parallel with the horizontal top and the horizontal bottom. But it is parallel with the red line, because they are both travelling beside each other in the same direction without ever getting closer to each other or further away from each other. This white line is also a diagonal line. You can see that it is not parallel with the vertical sides, and it is not running parallel with the horizontal top and bottom. Is it parallel with the red line? No, it's not, because remember, parallel means it is running in the same direction and it's never going to get any closer to the red line or any further away from the red line. Let's see what happens when we extend the white line. We can see it is clearly getting closer to the red line until it actually crashes into it. So the red line and the green line are parallel, but the red line and the white line are not parallel. But all three lines are diagonal lines. So now we know that parallel lines will never meet. But what happens if the lines are not parallel? What happens when two lines do meet? Something very important happens. Whenever two lines meet, they create something called an angle. Now there are many different types of angles, but we're going to look at what happens to create a right angle. Watch this yellow line. What kind of line is this yellow line? It is a horizontal line, and it is going to go straight across the screen, and it's going to be parallel at the top and the bottom of the screen. This is a vertical line, and it is going to go from the bottom of the screen up to the top of the screen. Now, that doesn't look quite right. That looks right. Okay, so what we have here is a horizontal line which is meeting a vertical line, and that is creating in here, where these two lines meet, an angle, and this is a right angle. This is a right angle, this is a right angle, and this is a right angle. How many right angles can you see here? Count them with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. So when a vertical line crosses over a horizontal line, we have 4 right angles. It creates 4 right angles. One easy way to spot a right angle is that it looks like the shape of the letter L. You can see it here with the red L pushed into the corner. The L is a right angle. Have we seen anything like this before? Where else have we seen a vertical line and a horizontal line that make an angle like this red right angle? That's right, when we were learning about time. The hour hand and the minute hand here are two lines, a horizontal line and a vertical line, and they are meeting, creating a right angle. This brings us on to the next topic to do with lines and angles: rotations or turns. The time here is 12 o'clock. The big hand, or the minute hand, is pointing to 12, the blue hand, and the yellow hand is pointing to 12 as well. That's the hour hand. There is no right angle here at the moment. But when it gets to 12:15, there is a right angle, because the minute hand and the hour hand are joining and making an L shape. This is a quarter turn, or a quarter of a rotation. So when the minute hand goes from 12 to 12:15, it is a quarter of a rotation. At 12:30, the minute hand has passed through 2 right angles. It has completed 2 quarter turns. This is known as a half a turn, or a half a rotation. So when the minute hand has travelled to 12:30, it has completed a half a rotation. At 1:45, the minute hand has passed through 3 L-shaped right angles. 1, 2, 3. It has completed 3 quarter turns. This is also known as a 3/4 turn or a 3/4 rotation. And finally, when the minute hand gets back to 12, again there is no right angle because the two lines are not meeting with an L shape. But the minute hand has passed through 4 L-shaped right angles. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So it has completed 4 quarter turns. This is a full turn or a full rotation, and it takes the minute hand 1 hour to complete a full rotation. Now it's time for some practice. Let's see if you can spot the right angles in the following slides. Answer the following true or false statements. This is a right angle. True or false? True. The hour hand and the minute hand are meeting here and they are making an L shape, so it is a right angle. This is a right angle. False. This is not a right angle. True or false? False. The hour hand and the minute hand here are forming an L-shaped right angle. This is a right angle. True or false? False. These lines are parallel. True. These lines are running side by side and they are not getting closer to each other or further apart. These lines are horizontal. False. These are obviously vertical lines. True or false? These lines are horizontal. True. They are parallel with the top and the bottom of the screen, so they are horizontal lines. These lines are horizontal. True. True or false? These lines are parallel. True. They are diagonal lines. They are not vertical and they are not horizontal, but they are running alongside each other and they are not getting closer or further apart from the next line beside it. These lines are parallel. Now you know about horizontal lines and vertical lines, parallel lines, diagonal lines. When two lines meet, you know that they form an angle. You know what a right angle looks like and you can point it out on your clocks. And you know what a quarter turn, a half a rotation, 3/4 turn and a full rotation looks like. Now it's time for an angles treasure hunt. Explore your home and try to find examples of angles in each room. See if you can find any right angles. Don't just look inside. Explore your garden or your street and try to find examples of angles in the environment. Thanks for watching.